What is up, everybody? Back again with another video in the How Strong series, and today I'll be going like a member over a Lantern Corps, right? One member, right? You probably know about the Green Lantern Corps, the Red Lantern Corps, the White Lantern Corps, the Black Lantern Corps, and all the different colors of the spectrum. They all have the little form of energy they are, they represent. Like Green Lanterns are the power of will, the Black Lanterns are the power of death, and the White Lanterns are the power of life and stuff like that. Like they all have their own ones, but when you've noticed a lot of Green Lanterns, right, and you notice they're all powerful individually, right? For example, I've said this many times in my video, like Green Lanterns that share their power amongst a group of core people, thousands of members, like Green Lanterns have thousands of members, can contain supernova explosions with their raw power, right? And yeah, you got Green Lanterns like John Stewart, who can literally create solar system sized constructs, solar system level confirmed, and his willpower even exceeds the ring's capacity, right? Can create planet sized stuff. Can literally create his own army out of will. Yeah, that's right. You heard that right. His own military army out of Green Lantern will. But yeah, they all share their power amongst thousands of Green Lanterns, and they all are considered more or less in the solar system level range of raw blast power, attack power, punching power, things like that, and have the ability to be able to survive solar system level explosions like John Stewart has in my Green Lantern video. Make sure you give that video a watch, by the way. I do have a video completely breaking down how strong John Stewart is right now as of me making this video. So go ahead and give that video a watch so you can get an understanding of how one individual Green Lantern is. You're probably wondering why I'm telling you all this stuff, right? Well, I'm telling you all this stuff for a reason. There's actually a Lantern being out there that, if his power was split up, he would be considered comparable to, Green Lanterns and stuff like that. But what happens when all that power of one core falls into one being? Larfleeze. Yes, you heard that correctly. There's an orange lantern being out there named Larfleeze that has the power of an entire core, right? That's freaking ridiculous considering what lanterns can do individually. Imagine what he can do with all that power in one. And it's exactly what you think. You're probably thinking, oh, there's got to be some stipulations to it. There's got to be a catch to it. He can't have the power all to himself or he would literally be unstoppable. No, there's no catch to it. He really is like unstoppable. Before I get the video really started, I want to say something real fast. Please do me a favor and watch this animated series. The most underrated animated series, in my personal opinion, one of the best shows I've ever watched in my freaking life. Yes, it's that freaking good. Do not let the art style fool you. It's a show that shouldn't have got canceled. The reason it got canceled probably was because it's too adult and a lot of people thought it was trash. And I'm be honest, I'm one of those people that didn't watch it when it first came out myself, but then I watched it later and I was like, dang, I wish I would have supported this show because they really deserved the love. And I still to this day wanted to get a continuation. Like, please do me a favor and watch this show right here. And I'll even do you a favor as giving you an Amazon affiliate link to, buying the Blu-ray. It would not waste your money. It has replay value. You get to really get an idea of how the Green Lantern's comics should be. If you don't want to actually read comics, you can get an animation feel, of how the Green Lantern stories would go in the animated form. I think it really did a brilliant job in making this show feel like an actual comic book story. Of course, the characters are nerfed and stuff like that, but I would recommend giving it a watch. I will more than likely leave an affiliate link down below so you can like link it to the, Amazon to buy it yourself. And it's not that expensive, like what, $20. It's good though. Like, trust me, please trust me. But of course, you can always read Green Lantern comics as well. That works too, right? Larfleeze is the sole member of an Orange Lantern Corps. He was originally born to an abusive family where he was constantly ridiculed for his appearance. Yeah, look at his appearance, right? Yeah, I kind of see why. But he was sold into slavery on a faraway world, but eventually escaped. Larfleeze and another escapee found the Orange Lantern battery and fought to the death for it. Yeah, the greed. It's Oh yeah, by the way, it is the color of greed. So that makes sense, right? Larfleeze ended up winning, thus becoming Agent Orange. And boy, oh boy, Larfleeze is ridiculously powerful. Let's get right into it. Being a member of the, sole member of the Orange Lantern Corps, it's naturally that his power, he can store the whole thing a lot more than the average could, right? Has power levels of 7,000%, whereas the normal Green Lantern can only use like 100%, right? But he can go so far beyond the norm because there's no other people to share the power battery with. So that some people say, oh, this is an exaggeration. I don't think this is an exaggeration. He is the sole member of a Lantern Corps when other Lantern Corps have thousands of members. So this could roughly scale him to times past supernova level already just from scaling purposes, but I'm not going to try to scale too much. I mean, just think about it. Do 7,800 divided by 100, aka a typical Green Lantern, what they can use, right? Can evidently store up to 100,000%. Like, yeah, he's so far above the norm. One could debatably say he's thousands more powerful than a normal Green Lantern based on this right here. The crazy part is he's evidently a living battery. It's like the orange is just a part of him at some point. They stated that the entirety of his essence is saturated with orange energy. He became a biological power battery based on this analysis. It's already unfair to the point where he already has the whole core power to himself, which could debatably already make him in the Skyfather ranges if we want to be honest, right? But tell me why he can steal the souls of people he's defeated, like he doesn't have enough power, right? The freaking souls of them. And it's one of those things he doesn't waste time with either. Like he most of the time does it straight away during combat. He can strain powerful Green Lanterns like John Stewart. I even did a full video about him. He's a solar system concrete. He has solar system level blast power durability. Green Lantern John Stewart even survived a solar system level explosion. He can just restrain him. Oh, by the way, Larfleeze's constructs actually move on their own. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like an extensions of him. Some could say that's his avatars because he's like a living power battery. If that's not enough, he can even absorb Green Lantern constructs. Like, come on, man, this is overpowered. Even those created by the Guardians, it's stated here in the scan. Okay, this is just getting out of hand. Like, he's fighting entire cores. He fought the entire Blue Lantern Corps. Like, individually, they should be comparable to Green Lanterns, right? I'm not kidding when I say this. I'm just admiring that he just can make a whole bunch of living constructs that can fight a mob of people. Like, the Guardians, you know, the people in charge of the Green Lanterns, right? Those people, he was able to pin down a Guardian, intimidating them. His constructs are so powerful. He's fighting multiple Guardians of the Universe. They can't even slow him down. He's just that freaking overwhelming and powerful. You know, Kyle Rayner, that Green Lantern I showed you earlier, that literally contained a supernova explosion, right? They literally overwhelmed Kyle Rayner, the orange constructs. Like, his constructs are that powerful. It's like he literally made his own corp out of his own essence. They all have his level of greed. Not gonna lie, Green Lantern John Stewart has done something similar with his constructs, like making a man army, but it seems like Larfleeze's version is like on a whole nother degree, even from this. Being able to restrain John Stewart Green Lantern is no easy feat at all because John Stewart himself has survived an explosion that was so big that it knocked him to a supernova star, right? Causing the star to go supernova and was completely okay. He was only worried about the civilians. So yeah, restraining him is no easy feat. This is just a solo Green Lantern. Like I know you probably went, why do you keep bringing up these solo Green Lanterns? They're just giving you an idea of how every spectrum, like black, white, orange, red, blue, an individual Green Lantern is in the star ranges, right? Especially if you got if you're a higher tier of your range, like Hal Jordan and John Stewart, which they are the top tiers. Larfleeze is supposed to be all these top tiers and put into one, right? The whole core. And he doesn't really have nothing contradicting his power either. Atrocitus, a being that is ridiculously powerful in his own right, gets powered by rage. His rage spectrum basically completely overwhelms him. Like, yeah, constructs are crazy. Look at that. Blast him there. Look at these big old constructs. Literally kills a Green Lantern. Adds this Green Lantern and his soul to his core to where he does his beating, like an extension of himself. Kills another group of beings, then add them to his core. Like, he's just that ridiculous. Like, fighting off this many Green Lanterns at once, including Guardians, is ridiculous. Hal Jordan, a lot of people consider the most famous Green Lantern and possibly the most powerful one. He handles Green Lantern in a few occasions, like pins him on the ground here, breaks Hal Jordan's constructs, trying to put a muzzle on Larfleeze. Come on, Hal. I need to rename this feat run of him just overwhelming. Larfleeze overwhelming the Guardians and the Green Lanterns. As you can see here, he overwhelms the Guardians here, yet another occasion. Okay, so if you don't know, Green Lantern will is, you know, the power of will, right? And you have the Blue Lanterns, the power of hope. When they're near each other, they amp each other. And Larfleeze was able to overpower Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, when he was amped by Blue Lanterns and was able to remove it. Like, yeah. Remove the rings in the process. Like, he's that freaking strong. Another case of fighting Kyle Rayner in base form already in the solar system level. He was channeling the power of the emotional spectrum at the time,
which is the energy fueled by all sentient life.
Has such power, he can release his area of effect, omnidirectional attack like this. Like, you can see all the energy spreading throughout the planet in a wide array, right? Why is handling Atrocitus impressive, you're probably asking? He's a being consistently shown to be able to fight on par with the characters like Hal Jordan, other solar system level Green Lanterns that overpower him from time to time. And yeah, he's even able to fight on par with characters like Sinestro, Yellow Lantern Corps member. His Orange Lantern battery is so crazy. Yeah, you're seeing that right. He has the blue and green ring on. Yeah, fighting Larfleeze on another occasion. The orange power is so crazy. Even green and blue. Hal gets corrupted by the orange ring. Like, it's that crazy. It's dark. Yeah. He doesn't just do this to Hal Jordan. He does this to Kyle Rayner as well. Another top tier Green Lantern, the artist Green Lantern, right? The crazy part is you can't even manipulate Larfleeze's emotions. Was able to corrupt this being and add him to his core. Okay, Larfleeze literally just defeated a whole bunch of gods, right? Like these other dimensional gods of the House of Teth Dine. This is kind of crazy. Literally fights a horde off of multiple versions of them, showing that, yeah, one could debatably say he's in those Skyfather ranges of power. Lex Luthor, of course, he would have the power of greed, right? He actually got the power of the Orange Lantern for a little while, was able to do this. Luthor of the Orange Light, he literally fought multiple heroes. Green Lantern. So if you don't have understanding or testament of his power by now, I mean, you're pretty much a bonehead. But so tell me why there was this time John Stewart had to bring an army to fight a certain foe. You probably know who that foe is. He had other lancers that are comparable to power to him or a little bit lower, not too much lower, like characters like Guy Gardner, beings that are still pretty powerful, you know, even Yellow Lanterns. He wasn't confident about facing Larfleeze despite all the help he had. I mean, considering that he had the aid of a lot of freaking people, Green Lantern Hal Jordan, White Lantern Kyle, and all these other beings together, even Sinestro's core. This is kind of a testament to his power. If you have this much backup and you still don't feel like you can do the job, like look at all these star level, solar system level beings, including the Sinestro core and freaking Kilowog and John. Like he had all these freaking people. It really starts to make sense about the statements I said earlier, which could basically put him in the low Skyfather ranges if you really think about it, considering how strong Lanterns are individually. And he doesn't really have contradictions. I mean, he literally took on a pantheon of gods on his own of the house of Tuath Don. I mean, he can even amp himself to 100,000%. Like that's way more than 100%. Like he's hundreds of times stronger than the average Lantern at least. If we're lowballing the living snot of him, you don't really see a Lantern be able to a normal Green Lantern like Hal Jordan, like normal base form, to be able to rival him one on one, do we? I mean, the fact that John didn't feel like they could take him with all that help, a White Lantern, he still didn't feel like a White Lantern would be enough. There you have it, folks. A complete breakdown of Larfleeze. I hope you understand and know how strong he is by now. If I had to make a speculation or assumption based on his power, he would be more than likely possibly in the Skyfather ranges when you really think about it, fighting on legions of Green Lanterns, even a White Lantern and a legion of Yellow Lanterns. And Green Lanterns wasn't even a guaranteed victory against Larfleeze. He's that powerful. He fought a pantheon of gods by himself, consistently portrayed to be more powerful than characters like Hal Jordan and the top tier Green Lanterns. Even John Stewart admitted it himself. Even Hal Jordan with two freaking rings, the blue ring, which amped each other up. Green and blue wasn't enough for Larfleeze by himself. His constructs can fight people by themselves. His constructs can restrain people that can contain supernovas and hurt people that can survive supernova explosions without really a scratches like John Stewart. I mean, think about it. Beings like this can already like create entire solar systems, survive solar system explosions, and can react at light speed, fly massively faster than light, and he has a whole core to himself. I mean, there's nothing contradicting it. I mean, think about it. If the average Green Lantern has the power of 100%, right, and they're only one, right, that's the standard power, right, 100%. Larfleeze has the power of a whole core, which means he can amp himself to, as stated on panel and shown on panel with the feats I just showed you, 7,000%. I mean, there's nothing contradicting it. He does have a whole core himself. So say if we be lenient, right, and assume that an Orange Lantern core, like that has the same members as a Green Lantern, right? Let's assume an Orange Lantern core has the same amount of members and it divides its power evenly throughout those members, right? And they all are solar system level equivalent to a Green Lantern, right? Just assuming they're in the same power levels, right? Imagine having all of that power for one being. Does that really contradict him being at 7,000%? It doesn't really seem like much of an exaggeration when you consider the context and properties of how lantern rings usually work. They have thousands of people under their core, and they all can do ridiculous stuff like hold planets together with their willpower and stuff like that. And Larfleeze has the power of greed, and he can amp himself to 7,000%. I mean, heck, they even stated he could amp himself to 100,000%. Not really nothing contradicting it either. It's not even really nothing to say I could think that's an exaggeration. I mean, that could be just me trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, if we're taking this literally, that would mean it's lowballing. That would mean Larfleeze is easily 1,000 times stronger than your average top tier Green Lantern. Easily 1,000 times, which could mean he's in the Skyfather ranges, possibly. I mean, think about a normal Green Lantern is already multi-solar system blast power level, right? A random Green Lantern like John Stewart, not random, but he's a very powerful Green Lantern like John Stewart, can like blast away a solar system, right? Make a solar system sized construct, right? Make his own army himself, right? Larfleeze can do so much more, just like that. Create his own living constructs, add souls to his actual core himself, and those souls get corrupted by the orange power and be a part of his corrupted army, being extensions of himself in the greed spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like it just gets crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed my feat run of Larfleeze. I hope you guys knew how strong he was or learned something new about how strong he is. He's ridiculously strong. Some of the characters he did fight, I did not have, anything to power scale them from, even though we can assume they're pretty strong. Some of them is. But you do know how strong Atrocitus is. You do know how strong Hal Jordan is. And I'm pretty sure you know how strong Cal Rainey is. I show his feats all the time containing supernovas. I got a whole video about Green Lantern John Stewart and why overpowering him is so impressive. So make sure you check those videos out about Green Lantern vids I have to really get an idea of how strong he is. Even Lex Luthor, who's not even as strong as him when he had the Orange Lantern power for a little while, was able to wreak havoc with this stuff. Even Green Lanterns that are amped with rings that amp themselves up, like Green Lantern rings and Blue Lantern rings, couldn't stand a chance against Larfleeze. Oh, by the way, Krona, a member of the Guardians of the Universe, you probably don't understand why the Guardians of the Universe are respected in high regard, right? He's strong enough to destroy the planet, can become much bigger than a planet, casually takes blasts from characters like Hal Jordan. Fun feats like taking blasts from the Avengers and DC heroes like Justice League. I know crossover feat. Just throwing in some random stuff. You're probably wondering why am I showing this stuff. You'll see why soon. He was able to kill the entire crime syndicate. You're probably like, where am I going with this? You'll see. Really soloed a legion of heroes. He can affect the central power battery. Yet, this same being got overpowered by Larfleeze, emotional powered Krona. You know the Guardians of the Universe? These beings that be bossing around the Green Lanterns, you're probably wondering why they're so important and how are they actually even a threat or how are they powerful and why overpower them is impressive for Larfleeze, right? Just to give you an idea of how strong, an actual Guardian is, the reason why they're so respected, they can literally solo multiple Green Lanterns, all being in the star ranges of power, blast power-wise. So yeah, that's the reason why overpowering him is so impressive, being overpowering characters like Sinestro, strong enough to restrain characters like John Stewart with their power. Yeah, Guardians are no joke. That's right, they can even create their own construct that can give Kyle Rayner trouble. Can transport cities from across the universe. There was this female Guardian that literally soloed a couple lanterns like Kyle Rayner. One of them even destroyed Kilowog. Yet, multiple Guardians of the Universe cannot stop Larfleeze and his soul constructs together. Yeah, and I just showed you how strong they are bullying Green Lantern. So one could say, give or take, one Guardian is above an average Green Lantern. Like, even the top tier Green Lanterns like John Stewart or Hal Jordan or Kyle Rayner, right? The artist Green Lanterns, right? And they can't even really slow down Larfleeze. Showing from time to time, even overwhelming the Guardians of the Universe. Yeah, this guy Larfleeze is kind of crazy. That's why absorbing constructs even the Guardians of the Universe made is impressive that Larfleeze was able to do. But folks, that's the reason why bullying Red Lanterns, Green Lanterns, bullying Green Lantern amped with Blue Lantern rings, fighting a solo of Blue Lanterns by himself, fighting a legion of heroes by himself. Guardians have been shown to fight multiple Green Lanterns themselves, and Larfleeze has been shown to be able to overpower those same beings. Yeah. So being stronger than the average Green Lanterns like Green Lantern Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Guardians of the Universe that have bullied Green Lanterns, has fought multiple Green Lanterns, even John Stewart that had the help of a White Lantern Kyle, a whole bunch of other Green Lanterns, a whole bunch of Sinestro Corps Green Lanterns, a whole Corps of Sinestro Corps, and a whole freaking list of Green Lanterns on top of that. Like, they still didn't have confidence with Larfleeze. There's nothing really contradicting that power. Larfleeze more than likely is in the Team Buster ranges easily, or possibly in the Skyfather ranges. But what do you guys think? Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Am I exaggerating him? Do you think I underrated him? Do you think he's completely trash? Do you think everything I'm saying is just complete nonsense? What do you guys think? Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Make sure you check out the description below for playlists like this. I do a lot of videos like this, and I take requests and stuff like that. So make sure you stay tuned. I do this stuff for y'all, and y'all motivate me, even though this is a lot of hard work and research. But believe it or not, I do this for y'all. Make sure you post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. I will see you in the comments. I better see you in the comments. I'm going to be looking for you. No, I'm kidding. Now, post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Make sure you check out the affiliate links for stuff and gear I use. And make sure you get that Green Lantern DVD Blu-ray that I have in the affiliate links. Get that. That is a really good show. And once you see it, let's talk about it. I'll talk to you about it one-on-one if you like. Yeah, that's how much I love that show. And I want them to I want to make a petition to keep that show going. I like Green Lantern content, but hopefully the Green Lantern live action show we get is good and that can, fit our needs for Green Lantern content, because Green Lanterns are really cool and they don't need really other characters that really fit their universe or make their universe really fun. And yeah, it's just so much to the Green Lanterns and Orange Lanterns, the Red Lanterns, and everything. But respect Larfleeze. Make sure you check out my other Green Lantern video I have on my page as well. And I'll see you guys next time.